What's up guys? Thanks for checking out my channel and my first video for this channel. If you're interested in 4K related stuff like home cinema and movies, please consider subscribing. Today we're having a look at the Panasonic UB420 that is in the middle range of the 2018 models that Panasonic is releasing. As you can see on the front, it has 4K Pro HDR and will also get a firmware update for HDR 10 Plus, which is the rival to Dolby Vision. I assume it will be. Who will win is kind of early to say, but I'm placing my bet on HDR 10 Plus for now, as it's an open format and you won't need a license that you will have to pay in order to get Dolby Vision. Other than that, you have the HCX processor that Panasonic is bragging a lot about. That is a collaboration with Hollywood studios that will ensure that you get the correct colors in the picture. You have, of course, the 4K direct chroma upscaling, high-res audio, twin HDMI, not quite sure what that is, and wireless LAN, and of course internet apps as Netflix and YouTube and so on. It also has an Hdr Optimizer that I think will be a big deal. It will enhance the experience. For example, if you're using an OLED that can't produce that bright colors or bright pictures, then it will enhance those specific scenes somehow. I'm not really sure how it works. But the processing will also help out when there's 4K content or Blu-ray content in general that does not have HDR, that is SDR, in order to get a nicer picture. So without further ado, let's open this box and see how it looks like. Okay guys, so this is how it looks like. The first impression is that it looks fairly nice with a kind of a glassy front. But on the top you have a kind of a plastic feel that is, you know, that I also had on my first Samsung 4K player. So it doesn't feel like the build quality is as good as the Sony X800 or the Oppo players. But I'm sure it does a really good job showing movies anyway. With since it's a Panasonic player, so by that I'm assuming that it should do a good job, and also with the HCX and the Hdr Optimizer and so on. On the top here you have the disc ejector, and then you have on and off, and of course it's kind of hard to see where the disc tray is, but if you do this you'll see that here the disc will pop out and you have an USB there. So fairly simple, but a clean looking front, I would say. On the back we have, as you would expect, the normal outputs to HDMI. You have the USB and the LAN port, and of course the power. So, and also here is how the remote looks, if you were wondering about that. Pretty decent, I guess. You can also set the HDR settings, which is I'm not sure if you can do that on the Sony or Oppo, but at least on the Samsung players that's not an option. So guys, let me know what you think about this player. If you're planning on buying this, or maybe you're waiting for the 800 series from Panasonic, or maybe you're okay with buying one of the Sony players. The reason why I didn't go with the Sony players is basically because of all their trouble with Dolby Vision. And even though I have an LG TV now that supports Dolby Vision, I'm planning on getting a Panasonic TV in the future, next time I upgrade. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you liked it, and leave me a comment below. See ya!